Hello my friends and welcome to part 174 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Let's Play series. Where is it? Oh, here it is. It's on home. Okay, I decided I think a good idea would be to also put the verse here. So I'm gonna make sure that my voice isn't showing up twice. Anyway, so yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the verse here. I'm sorry I began a little bit late, but like I want to do 11, but like I want to finish something up first, so hopefully okay with that. So here's the verse. If you want to look at it before I go into it or go into the verse discussion, it's also in the description. Didn't mean to do that. The emote isn't supposed to show. Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay, and then also another thing that I'm gonna do. How long can polls last? I'm not exact, but I'm not gonna do a poll anyway. I'm gonna here's the 3 games that if you want to, you can always vote on them. And these are the 3 that like I can be doing for the next Twitch live stream. So even if you're not coming to it, you can feel free to still vote. Because like I'll still share. Oh, I think I still need to share the last one to the Twitch stream. I also have the high table group as well, but I won't put that in unless anyone wants to like. If you want to know more about the high table group, you can always feel free to ask me on Facebook, and then we're planning like expand it a little bit more by starting a Discord at some point. It's basically just a more casual discussion group, not just Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, but we do talk about Yu-Gi-Oh quite a bit as well. And that's another place where I like to put the Twitch streams and the YouTube streams after I made them into videos, the Let's Plays for that. Anyway, Stern Pinball Arcade is one, then Pirates Treasure Hunters. And then, Live or Die could have been one that I did multiple episodes for, but unfortunately that got cut off in the middle of it. I'll still show you, but it got cut off because like it was taking too long to load into the actual Battle Royale. I didn't want to just be sitting there for 3 hours. So I decided to play one of the other small games as well and get that over with. And then Tower Fantasy. So basically, the Pirates is MOBA. Tower Fantasy, I think, is supposed to be a Genshin Impact clone. And then Stern Pinball Arcade is pinball. With like different tables, of course, I can do. Anyway, and I think those are all games that seem pretty interesting too. Okay, let's get into the missions. First, I gotta do the missions. At least check it to make sure that, yeah, if there was a solo mode, I could get that done. Yeah, and if anyone asks about the why I put 3 games there, like you can feel free, and I'll just explain it. Vote here. I'll just put vote for next Twitch live stream game for next Wednesday Twitch live stream game. There we go. And then I can always explain the games a little bit more if you need. And then I have the affiliate links in the description as well if you want to click on any of those. Maybe try using some of them. That will really help me out until maybe the day where I can get start getting affiliate for either Twitch or YouTube. But I'm not too worried about that because like it seems like my schooling is going pretty well, so I think I should be able to get a job pretty soon, hopefully before the end of the year. Anyway, let's watch the duel live. Actually, I'll do the duel live later. First, I should get into solo mode. I'll get into solo mode first. That's not right. Here we go, solo mode. Yeah, and I just discovered that I actually need to finish the scenario. So because of that, like, I made it so that I still have 2 wins, or either or 2 losses and 1 win of the Duel Chronicle to get through, or the Theme Chronicle. So hopefully that'll help fill in the gap of time and like still make this a good hour or 2. Not that it really matters too much, but I get Dark Orbs there. And then here's some of the scenario cards. Oh man, a bunch of stuff is showing up here. It's basically the full team this time, even a few cards that you don't generally play. This is funny, it's a pyro, so technically there's a 6 samurai guy that can be searched by bonfire. So that, I mean, probably it's still not gonna be played, but like, it makes it a little bit better. And you can even special summon him with the Gateway of the Six. So now you have a way to search and special summon him from the graveyard. I'm not sure if you can add him though with the Gateway of the Six, but you can search him with the bonfire now, so that's kind of cool. Bonfire's not here yet, but it's then the TCG plan. For those of you who don't know what bonfire does, it basically just searches for. Not sure if it's a restriction on level, but it searches for pyro. But even if it's level 4 or lower, he definitely meets the criteria. Anyway, the 6 samurai Nasashi, Yaichi, so a bunch of the older 6 samurais also showing up here. So it's a mismatch of the legendaries and then the secret ones, or I guess like the 6 samurais. I guess they weren't secret in that last one. It was the 6 samurais. So I kind of had that wrong a little bit, but it's fine, I think. Yeah, a few more generic 6 samurais as well. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it. After some time, Shien of the 6th Samurai inherited his father's position, began calling himself Great Shogun Shien. And alongside him stood the newly appointed 6th Samurai. They have sworn the absolute duty and fight as the backbone of the army. The samurai that fought together on the battlefield before he became shogun continue to be active in a variety of ways. Kaigeki was feared as a four-armed demon god with secondary arms that he can manipulate at will. He was long active on the battlefield, but retired from the 6th Samurai due to his injuries, and went on to serve on the home front. Kaizan was a glorious swordsman that won many battles and was feared by the enemy due to rumors that he was able to cut through the soul. Upon his victory in the Imperial match, he was entrusted with the recruitment and cultivation of new candidates for the next generation of the 6th Samurai. As Grandmaster of the 6th Samurai, his skill with the sword showed no signs of wavering, even late into his years. The achievements of the newly forged 6th Samurai trained by said commander spoke for themselves. Anishi was said to have fearlessly charged into the enemy forces and fought like a rampaging wild boar. When Shien's advisor retired, Anishi coordinated internal affairs and took over the role of advising Shien. He was appointed to the position of Chancellor, and even after leaving the battlefield, his fight continues. In warfare, sometimes as a secret agent, Mizuho took on the task of taking revenge through covert operations. She was bound to Shinai as husband and wife. After his death, she decided to pursue the life of monkhood. But when dealing with those posing a threat to Shien, she still conducts her assignments the same way she always did. Along the six samurai who once strove across the battlefield with Shien stood the new six samurai along with the next generation of vassals. Supported by these vassals, Great Shogun Shien continues to fight for supremacy and unification of the country. Okay, so there's that. I got Dark Orbs there. I also unlocked the secret packs. That's good. Yeah, I'll go to the store. Yeah, see, these are some of the feature cards, and in case you didn't see the animation for Shien, there it is. This actually seems like kind of a fun deck because of all the looping potential. Only thing is, I kind of don't like how, like, I don't really want, like, a large looping deck when, like, when I'm also dealing with time. I don't mind it for, like, more casual games where I don't have to deal with time as much. Like, it does kind of stink when, like, you really want to loop, but you also have to worry about the time. I think it's a lot more fun playing the loopy decks, where, like, you can just loop and loop and loop when you actually have more time to show it off. That seems pretty fun right there. And then Battle Shogun. This is actually a really cheap card too. I think Six Samurai is pretty cheap. Especially since I think a lot of the Six Samurai cards got printed in Magnificent Mavens. Perhaps. So if that's true, that probably helped as well, but I think they were pretty cheap in any case. I know the Battle Shogun is real cheap for being such a good card. Probably good enough to actually want 3 of him. You might actually just want to play 3 of him. I don't know, but like it does seem fun. Since like also he can be like looped out of the graveyard. But since he can be looped out of the graveyard with Gateway of the Six, maybe you do only need to play 1 of him. I don't know. And then there's also this one. This one's probably not needed, so you probably don't even need to play that. But Shien is really great as well. At least 1 of him definitely. He's another one that can also be looped out of the graveyard too, but he might be a little harder to go into. I just like how it's so easy to go into Battle Shogun. You only need 1 Six Samurai, and then the other one can be whatever you want as long as it's a warrior, which is pretty cool. And then there's Gateway of the Six. Yeah, see, this one can also allow you to loop this guy since he is a Six Samurai, this guy since he is a Six Samurai. So yeah, you pretty much never care about the 2 counters. But that's kind of cool that you can like eventually make something like really really big if you can like just loop and loop and loop, and then you can. I mean, I don't know. I still feel like you're pretty much never using the 2 counter effect. You're pretty much never using the 6 counter effect either, because like if you're targeting the right if you're targeting the right 6 samurai monster in your graveyard, you can just add to your hand and like go into it right away anyway. Like there's a bunch of 6 samurais that like pretty much like are really easy to special summon, so you don't really need to special summon something. And unless it's a 6 samurai and a Shien, it won't actually trigger the placing 2 counters. And probably won't trigger most of the other placing counter effects either. This is another guy you can just get back. Oh yeah, and you can also like fairly easily go into this. I still kind of like Battle Shogun because like he requires less monsters, and he's a lot less restrictive than this one, because this one also requires them to be different attributes along with 1 extra 6 samurai monster that you need. So, but you still probably want to play at least one of him. Like, definitely one of each of the Raihan, the Shien, and the Battle Shogun. Especially since they can be looped. You probably only need to play one of each. But if you want to make sure you can loop even better with the Battle Shogun, and maybe like as measures in case it gets banished, since he might be one of your more important ones, maybe you could play like an extra copy or 2 of him. It's also kind of expensive to do that since he's a UR, so you definitely want to make sure that you're playing it at the ratio you like before deciding on it. Luckily with the gateway you can only play 1 anyway, so it's not too bad. But if you could play more, you would definitely want to pick up more. I mean, play more, but you can't, unfortunately. I think you want to do max cost. Oh wait, no, you probably are fine with just playing 1 Grandmaster, since he can be like gone out of the deck anyway, and then probably playing 3 of this guy, since having more than 1 of like him in your hand isn't too bad, since you can just, I mean, you can just normal summon a different name 6 samurai and then just special summon both from your hand. While with the Grandmaster, I mean, you could link the other one away before you do it again, so maybe you could technically play multiple copies, but I think most people are playing 1 anyway. And just in case, also because it's a level 5, you really want to be able to special summon it. But at least with this guy, you can also pretty easily normal summon him as well, which I guess isn't too bad. But like, I think for some reason people play 3 of him and 1 of him. I'm not exactly sure why, but that might be the way to go. And then probably 3 of the Fuma maybe. It's not bad because you can special summon stuff from the deck. And then definitely 3 of the United, since like you get to just draw 2, and it's a way to place Bushido counters, and you probably want like multiple things you're able to place counters on, because then that just helps the gateway of the 6 more likely to loop, I would say. This guy's pretty good too. Oh yeah, another thing about Kaizen, unlike with the Grandmaster, probably why more people prefer to run him at more copies, is he can actually be gone through reinforcement while the Grandmaster can't. So that's a little bit of a big deal as well. He can be gone through a few extra cards than the Grandmaster. So there's also that. I think also Fuma can special summon any 6 samurai. It doesn't matter what level they are. Huh. Anyway, I guess it also makes it so like if you need like multiples on the field for whatever reason, and you want to keep 1 Kaizen before going into a link and then to special summon another one for whatever reason, I guess you can't always have that way. You can't really, you have to kind of go into something before you special summon another Grandmaster if you play this at multiple copies. I guess like drawing a whole bunch of Grandmasters does kind of stink. At least if you draw a whole bunch of Kaizens, you can normal summon 1, and then maybe just try to set up some defense and hope your opponent can't get past you. Still not very good, but at least is that, I guess? I don't know. And then Shien Smoke Signal, Yeah, this is a pretty good card to negate. It's pretty much mass negation. Probably definite. But it has to... Oh yeah, it does. It only deals with destroy effects. So it might be better to just play the Solemns instead. Most of the time with stuff like this, you just play Solemns instead. Anyway, Zonji, yeah, Zonji's not bad. Destroying. Like, this can be a good way to get over, like, really high defense monsters. Because if you try attacking a high attack monster, you pretty much need a way to protect it. Which you can by destroying another 6 samurai. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna need another 6 samurai after that. In order to be able to then resolve the effect. But if you attack into a really high defense monster, it can be useful. Which, I mean, if super heavy samurais are still summoning in defense, could be good against them. It might be worth playing one just in case you have to deal with that. But it's only a rare anyway, so even if you later decide not to play it, it's not too bad. This one, probably not. Like, most of these other ones you're probably not playing. This one is pretty much one of the better 6 samurais though. Great Shogun Shien could be pretty good. Like, maybe play him at 1. He's only once again a rare. This one's not very good. Spirit, I think he's better in Duel Links. Like, I don't think he's as good here. And then Inishi is definitely one you want to play at least one of. You definitely want to play one of him. Like, there's pretty much no question about that. He has a really solid effect. Compulsory on a body is really nice. And he's a pretty decent offensive threat as well. 1700 isn't too bad. Kaigeki, you definitely want to play 3 of this one. So I'm a little bit more familiar with the 6 Samurai deck, as you can see. So I pretty much know a little bit more about like what you want to be playing. These, I don't know if you really need to play these necessarily as much. Like, the only downside about them is you need to like, they have like more restricted special summoning conditions, which kind of stinks. I mean, you can still make use of them with Gateway technically, but they have more. It's nice that Kaizen, it doesn't matter which 6 samurai it is, as long as it's a different name. So I don't know. Maybe you could like play these though, just in case. Since they can technically special summon themselves, just really restrictive. I don't really like how restrictive it is. And then this one has a way to special summon stuff from graveyard. But I feel with the Gateway the 6, you already have easy enough time getting stuff back from graveyard that I don't know if you really need to play this. But I guess as a backup plan, you could play this. Also has that nice protection as well, so maybe you should play one of it. And then this one, you probably definitely want to play 3 of this card. Might be a little bit hard to get the effect off, since it doesn't have a way to special summon itself. But if you can, it's not bad. It can be search for stuff. But like Gateway of the 6 can also search for stuff. But still, not bad to have a few backups. I mean, asceticism can help special summon it, so it's not impossible to special summon it. And then cunning. Yeah, that's another way to special summon stuff. Another way to trigger the Kaizen. You kind of just need to jump through a little bit of hoops. The Kaizaru for that one. Then I think people definitely like to play the Kaigamucha as well. It's nice that it's a level 2 tuner. It really helps pair nicely with the Kaigeki to make sure that you can go into your level 5 Shien for negating stuff. Which I think is still a pretty good way to go. This one isn't very good, even though it can like get you Bushido counters. You have other ways, better ways to get Bushido counters that you don't need to like normal summon something for. And that one, this one's probably a nice one to play one of, just in case some of your 6 samurais, more important 6 samurais, do end up getting banished. and then you have like a way to get them back, because it's not super easy to get them back otherwise from the banish zone. And it's also nice after you banish a few with the Inishi to have a way to bring them back, because you're definitely going to play them Inishi at the very least, and then you're banishing stuff with that. Doji, probably not very good. Legendary, probably not very good. Shien's Dojo, you definitely want to play 3 of this one too. It's really easy to pick up 3 of that though. Back to the wall, double-edged sword technique. I think double-edge is probably still worth playing. It's not bad. It allows you to special summon 2 from your graveyard, which like gets like a 2-time trigger on like one of your Bushido counter things. Because I think it does count both. Or maybe it's only 1, because it does say like it does have that wording, monster. So I think it only places it at 1 instance, but still not bad. And then what you can do is, if you really, like, this can be a way to get your synchro back, or like your fusion back. Oh wait, no, pretty much just synchro, because then you can protect him from that destruction effect by destroying something else instead. Which is pretty nice. And then this one you probably don't even need to play. Yeah. There's also that one where if you control 1 face-up attack position 6 damage monster, you get to return 2 monsters to the hand. I'm not sure if that one's worth playing though either. It's not found in this secret pack, but it's probably a fairly low rarity, but still, I don't think it's very worth playing. Because you're probably not going to want to basically just end with 1 attack position 6 damage. I think it's better in Duel Links, because maybe you're more likely to, but even there nowadays, it might not be worth playing. I don't know. Anyway, there's a secret pack right there. And now I'm going to look at the news. Oh yeah, by the way, I want to thank everyone who's showing up during the live stream, either now or a little bit later, to watch the Theme Chronicle duels. And also everyone watching after, I would like to thank them whenever whatever part they decide to see from the video. And I would like to give a special thank you to anyone who may watch the whole video all the way through. Special thanks for that. That can really, I'm not sure if that helps more or not, but it's still nice, because it does increase the watch time, which probably doesn't really matter too much at this point, since I probably have a ton of watch time anyway. But it might like help get my video out there even more, which I'm not too worried about anyway. But still, for the fact that maybe I can maybe help a few more people out with a verse at the very least, it's nice for that. Maybe more people who may have not known about Jesus could like come to know him from my videos, and that's still pretty nice, even if I can't get monetized. At least I can help out in other ways. Like help others instead of just helping myself, which is still good to do anyway. Okay. Well, so now I'm gonna go into the notifications. Oh yeah, and if you are enjoying my content, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share, and if you'd like to, you can switch on the notifications after you subscribe. That's a little bonus for subscribing. You can select it to be notified of all my content or some of my content. And I'll also try to get that community post with the last Twitch live stream that I did. I'll probably try to get today, and yeah, I'll probably try to get today. If not today, then I'll be definitely tomorrow. Anyway, Forbidden Limitless, this is always pretty interesting to see. So some of the changes here are, yeah, I think there might be a little drift with this controller. I'm not sure, but it's not too bad. Yeah, so anyway, Bistio Serenia is getting limited. And then Labyrinth Chandraglia is getting semi-limited. I think Serenia is the one that sends another Bistio to the graveyard from the deck whenever it gets special summoned. So it's basically another one of the top three. The top three basically being Magnamut, Druisworm, and Serenia. So I think Druisworm is still semi-limited, and Magnamut is limited, and now I guess they think Serenia is a little more powerful than Druisworm. Or actually, I think Druisworm actually was already limited. I guess that makes more sense, because otherwise they probably would have limited Druisworm first. Because Serenia is probably... Unless you're actually playing a dedicated Bistio deck, Serenia is probably the least powerful of the three. Labyrinth... And then Labyrinth Chandraglia is for the Labyrinth deck, which is probably one of the more powerful Labyrinth cards anyway. I mean, no. Labyrinth being one of the more powerful control decks that's still actually valuable. Hey, New Blitz! I remember you from the last stream too. Thanks for coming back. I'm going to be showing a few more Theme Chronicle duels too in just a little bit. Yeah, Conquistador, the Golden Land. So yeah, that just helps the Eldritch, which the Eldritch did take a few hits. So it's good that they're starting to come back just a little bit. And maybe it can actually like vie for a control place against Labyrinth. So like the best control isn't just Labyrinth. I forget what other cards were hit for the deck, but that's good that they're starting to come back. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then this is when it takes effect on February 7th. And then to March 7th, that's how long you have to disenchant the cards for a little bit extra if you have extra copies of any of these cards. Also, another nice thing to do is that if any of these cards are like rares or normals, which I think at least a few of them are. I think maybe all of them may be rares or lower. Another thing you could do is you could like disenchant and then craft a few times. That's a good time to try to get the hollow version of them at the very least. Probably not the glossy finishes still, but at least the hollows, because at least like a few of the crafts will be free, basically, since you can disenchant for them for as much as you craft. So even if you don't get the first few times, you still end up not nigging yourself, which is nice. And I think this was something that I forgot to check. Yeah, I got both of these done, so now I'm all done with all the missions. So that's nice. And now I just need to get the Theme Chronicle 2024 title, which reads, a title given to duelists who have envisioned many worlds fostered by stories and achieved noteworthy results. Wisdom and experience gained beyond the story will lead to the next story created by the duelists. Okay. Just remember to get as far as you wanted to get before the Theme Chronicle ends, because it is ending pretty soon now, just as a reminder. I'm almost there, so I'll definitely make it, which is good. Here, I'll read the verse off real quick, and then you can think about it a little bit, and maybe once I get done with the 2 Theme Chronicle duels, then I'll go over the verse. But anyway, it reads, and the Lord came and stood, calling at us at other times, Samuel, Samuel. And Samuel said, speak, for your servant hears. That is English Standard Version. That's the translation, and it's 1 Samuel 3:10. As I put in the description, I also put as one of the messages that I did. Also, if you'd like to see how YouVersion's take on it, it's The Lord came and stood there, calling, Samuel, Samuel. Then Samuel said, Speak, for your servant is listening. Just a little bit of a different way to word it. Anyway, let's go into the theme chronicle now. Yeah, a little bit less of the solo mode, because I only had one more thing with the 6 samurai. I was gonna do it on Monday, but it might be better this time anyway, because now I have time to show you a little bit more of the theme chronicle, which is a good thing anyway, because I actually changed the deck a little bit more. I decided to take out a few of the links that weren't really working for me, like the IP wasn't working for me most of the time, and a few of the additional trinkets I didn't really need extra copies of, to put in a few of the traumas just in case I can go into them and maybe steal an opposing monster from the graveyard. So I put a few of the traumas that like were better, that I could better utilize. I think there's also wind trauma you could use too, but I don't have that one. I didn't ever craft that one or anything. So it's one of the, I think it's the only trauma link that I don't have. I don't plan to craft anytime soon, unless I'm really desperate for it. But yeah, this is another one you could play as well, because you do have plenty of winds. It's just the dark and the light you don't really want to be playing, because you don't really have a lot of light monsters. I mean, technically you can use Effect Veiler as one of the materials, and then the dark, you do have that unicorn that's technically a dark, but I mean, that seems a little too hard to pull off. Yeah, these other traumas are a lot easier, and they can get you some prevalent searches as well, since they can search for your main engine, for a few of your main engine cards, while the light and the dark trauma would be able to search for other hand traps technically, but most of the time I don't think you really need to be doing that. And then the dark trauma wouldn't really be able to search for anything out of your main deck, so except for the DD Crow. But then if that's what you use to go into it, it won't be able to search for anything. Yeah, I think how it is now seems pretty good. I haven't really been able to utilize the traumas yet, but maybe I will at some point. Oh yeah, and there's also that one fire link you can use too. There's like a link 3 fire monster that will allow you to like special summon fires from your own graveyard. So kind of like a trauma, but for your own graveyard instead of your opponent's. But I don't have that card, and I don't want to craft it because it's like an SR. But I'm so close to finishing that like I don't really need to craft anything extra. Yeah, I pretty much just used the prank kids the whole way through, switching to this for like just the end part. I actually kind of got this idea from another player in here that I was playing against. So this isn't like an original idea. I just liked what they did, so I decided, I think I'm going to try that. And it's working pretty well, even though I haven't been able to utilize it. I mean, it was better than what I was doing before, because like I didn't need all that extra stuff, and I didn't really need the IP. I was barely going into the IP. And even when I did go into it, like there's a few cards that make it so that you can only go on prank kids. Which, I mean, maybe IP could get a little bit better if you have the Ripborn Roaster, but in this case, I would be basically locked out of like a lot of my good plays with it. Yeah, like this one, I wanted to use a Pandemonium, but as soon as I did, I would no longer be able to use IP very optimally. Sad, it's not worth it. So Ash Blossom, that's okay though, because I have the Pandemonium. But I'm not going to use the Pandemonium because it's a quick effect, and I'd rather use the one that's not the quick effect. So I'm going to use the Polymerization instead. Though, if I use Polymerization, I already used up the Roxy's. But I still might as well, because Actually, I can do the Pandemonium for next time. Yeah, I think that's a better move. Since I used up the Roxy's, I'll be able to get back for next turn. And this way I can just wait until after my opponent attacks. Oh wait, no, I can't. Because I can't afford to get rid of the meow meow mew mew here. Well, maybe they won't like put out a bunch of attackers and I can at least keep one of my monsters. Also, I can go into a fusion that gets me back a few monsters too that like keep them from being destroyed. I might as well try the Nabio maybe though. Yeah, that may be the way to go here. So I'll wait for my opponent to make some moves. The only downside about using the Nabio is that then won't be able to do the fusion play, but it's better that I make it so that my opponent loses most of their stuff, and I can still, and I hope for another prank kids to utilize with Pandemonium or Polymerization for next turn. So this is another mirror match. Maybe I could look at the deck to see if there's anything else I'm missing. I think I got it to a pretty good position. In a pretty good position though. It's not really hard to make a fairly decent enough prank kids deck to climb up the medals here. I mean, I guess I can't say it perfectly well because like I'm not that high on ladder, but I think even if you're a little bit high on ladder, like there'll still be times when you have like easier opponents. The only thing is, I think I should wait. Then again, my opponent may not even have the... Yeah, maybe I shouldn't. Actually, my opponent probably add the pranks anyway. Here, I'll see if they added pranks. What do they add? Wait, did they add the Pandemonium? Oh, I wonder if that's actually the better thing to add. Because if you have like other prank kids in hand, then that's a way to recuperate some losses in case of a Nabil. Or maybe my opponent already had a pranks. But yeah, that may actually be the better ad actually. Other than rather than pranks. Now I don't really feel much like Nabil them. At least at the moment. There's that one. Yeah, I might as well do it now. I think. Or I could do Pandemonium. Because they're probably gonna do Pandemonium. I may actually be pretty smart because they can still utilize a Roxy's if they have one in hand. Nah, I feel like I should do Pandemonium. Hold on. Yeah, no, this will work. I think I will do Pandemonium myself. Instead of Nabil. Okay, so... Oh, and there's the Max C. So, unfortunately, there's still one draw. Still can't really use the Pandemonium, though, because the Nabil, because I'll use up one of my materials for Pandemonium. I want to do that. I need both of them. So I'll use both of those. And now get the effect of Roxy's, and I can summon the one with 2000 defense. I'm pretty sure this one has to be different names, yeah. But I can still just special summon out the Mew Mew. Meow Meow Moo. Oh, come on. Oh, but I think what I can do is I can chain this. No. I can chain this, target the one my opponent's targeting, and target the Meow Meow Moo. And I'll still be able to get the special summon off of the Roxy's then, because they can no longer banish at Roxy's. Yep, there it is. I wonder which one I should banish though. At least my opponent can't destroy any of these because of the effect of Weather Washer. Polymerization might actually be the better one to banish. Okay, there's another Prank Kids too. So I can do the Fansies. So that has high enough defense that maybe they can't take it out. So I think that got them 2 draws in total, maybe something like that. There's a place. Yeah, and there's a Pranks. They might have already had that in hand. Wait, my opponent's playing more than one Pranks? I think you normally just play one, because you can search for it anyway. Bow Wow Bark. Would be kind of nice if the Bow Wow Bark had an up arrow instead of a down arrow. I think a lot of the times you may just end up missing the 1000 attack boost just because of that. So there's the Pandemonium. Oh yeah, see they're going for the Bow Butler anyway, so now I pretty much need to use up the Nabil. Wait, what? Why am I not using the Nabil? Okay. What? Oh, it's because the Pandemonium. I guess that's another downside. As soon as you use Pandemonium, we can't use the Nabil. Because it keeps you from special summoning anything other than the Prank Kids. So there's also that risk too. One set. That may be another Pandemonium. Probably. It could easily be a Pandemonium, maybe. I guess it was pretty smart that my opponent did it at that point. I forgot that my opponent could maybe just go into that, and they could still be destroyed by card effect, which stink. And then the Dropsies, I don't really have the Meow Meow Moo anymore, so I think this is pretty much game, but I'm still gonna let it play out because all I need is, because this can count as one of my losses, and then at that point I'll need 1 loss and 2 wins. I mean, that's kind of dumb, but you're probably gonna win anyway. See, in this instance, like, I'm not sure if my opponent really needs to do that, because I'm probably not really going to special summon anyway, but I guess like they're thinking like even if I don't special summon, they're in a pretty advantageous position anyway. I may have a spell card mission though, so activating a spell card could also be good for that. There's the max C. I mean, I really didn't need to banish it, but whatever. I'm not doing the greatest. Actually, I could have saved the cross out designated for some of their prank kids plays, to be honest though. I wasn't thinking. There's another pandemonium. Yeah, see, I could have just negated that. But then they would have gotten all the effects of prank kids. Is my opponent playing more than one? Oh, they got back with the... Wow, so they did have enough material for another one. That's kind of crazy. Whatever. Hopefully my opponent just goes into the winning, because I don't want to have to wait a bunch of time for my opponent to take a bunch of moves. All they need to do is inflict. They just need to attack with actually, it's main phase 2, so I can't even attack. Dang it. Come on, please just attack. You only need to inflict 2,000. And it's probably better that they go into attack anyway, since I have Nabil. For fear of Nabil. Maybe Nabil is actually a good thing, because like maybe that can keep people from wanting to take super long turns if they're about to win anyway. In that sense. So it could be good there. Then again, if they can set up negates, they might not even care anyway. Or something like that. Anyway, now I just need one more loss and one more win in total. So that's pretty nice. If I can get the win out of the way, that would be real nice. Because then I only need to get... Because then the next duel can just be that loss. And I basically don't even care. And it'll also maybe allow my opponent to win. Especially if it can be a quick win. Maybe like, I should have activated the max C right away. Maybe I should just see what happens at this point. Oh, I'm actually kind of glad I didn't do max C, since they didn't do anything anyway. There's another Ash Blossom. I wonder if I should just wait then. Since I don't know if they're going to be doing max C or not. I might want to set an Ash Blossom though. But I don't know. If I set an Ash Blossom, I'll be able to at least go into the Hida. This is another reason why Hida is pretty nice. And then I can search for the prank kids. Maybe I will do that. It's a little risky, but I think with a hand like this, I kind of need to do something. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Now my opponent can just evenly match me. Oh wait, no, not like that wouldn't really matter, because I wouldn't have to get rid of anything anyway. So I think I'll just see if my opponent even does anything, and then if not, I can go into Hida. And then that way I can maybe search for prank kids. It seems like they pretty much brick, so I think at this point I just do Ash Blossom. Probably a top deck, I'm assuming, because Otherwise, I don't see why they wouldn't have just done that last turn. Yeah, there we go. See, that's what I was thinking. And now I'm glad I have the Ash Blossom, because now I can normal summon something else and go in heater. And that way I can start making some plays. I'm still gonna hang on to the Max C though, because Max C is a pretty nice card here. There's the Ash Blossom, and then allowing me to go into heater. Can't special summon anything, but that's okay. I can make. Luckily, it's not just on Link Summon, so sometimes you can get more than one monster, but usually you're just getting one from the Charmers. But that's kind of nice, because you have the possibility of getting multiple. Charmers, I think, have all the same Link arrows, yeah. They're all in the two corners of your zones. So now I can also get him for 1850, which is a decent amount of damage. This is also a better card for when you have a not very good hand than the Nightmare Phoenix, I would say. Since it can help get you like relevant searches too. So now I am just... I still think I should just hang on to the Max C. I mean, my opponent might have triple tactics talent, but... Okay, they're just a set. So I might just win because my opponent bricked really hard. See? And now I'm able to actually take advantage of, even though I sort of bricked as well. There's a Hoppy's Feather Duster. Probably activated right away, honestly. Or maybe I shouldn't. It's kind of hard to tell if I should or not. I mean, it's only one monster. I mean, it's only one card that I'd be destroying. I don't know. Maybe not. I'll just go into attack. This could be a way to shuffle back in my Link, but generally people don't use those cards, so... Oh, it's special summoning something. I might as well do it. And I'll also be able to get a search. I'll be able to get a search and a draw. So this will help start up my... See, I wasn't too worried about my opponent summoning something like that. Anyway. Because they destroy the heater, I get the search. And I also get the draw from Max C. There we go. Now I can start up some of my Prank Kids plays. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have like a devastating hand trap against it though. You can banish this card from the graveyard at one of your songs. So maybe I should almost just keep it on the field for as long as I can. So that's what they're playing. Oh, there's a Max C. I didn't have anything. I think I have to go for the Meow Meow Moo. What I could do is I could just stop there though. And then just give them 2 draws and I still have the Pandemonium. Well, I can only give them 1 draw. And I used up the 1 Prank. Yeah, I only have 1 Prank in graveyard, so the pranks won't give me enough. Dang it. And now they can just destroy this, which stinks. But I don't want to get rid of that. I guess I don't know. I guess I can't really do much at all. Dang it. I mean, my opponent could just still spec on this respawn, so it really wouldn't have mattered at all if I would have activated the Harpy's Feather Duster. This is actually a lot better now, with more spells and traps. Man, my opponent. So that's why they had so many hand traps. I mean, maybe I should wait because only attack me with one monster. Whatever. If I end up losing, at least it's my second loss, and then hopefully I get a win for the next duel to be able to get it done in the least amount of duels possible. Technically, 2 wins would be in the least amount of duels possible, but I don't mind 2 losses and 1 win if that's what I can get. Oh, and there's Magician's Souls, but I don't really care. From your hand into a field. Oh, wow. Might have also had a destroy mission. That could have been like 4 destructions, but whatever. Maybe I'll just activate a Harpy's Feather Duster next turn, no matter what. If I can still get... This can still be 4. Which is the same amount. And I'm also going to go through the Goosebumps book today, because I should be able to have time for it today. Yeah, and I was like checking the price of the Star set at my one comic store that I go to. And yeah, it's like MSRP. I think a lot of places pretty much have had MSRP. So I'm thinking if I wait, I should be able to get it for less later on. Yeah, I might as well do the Harpy's Feather Duster at this point. I don't think it matters. I'm probably losing anyway. There's a Call by the Grave. At least I got 3 destructions. Targeting a prank kids. So I wouldn't be able to do the draw of the pranks even if I wanted to. Not that it wouldn't matter, since I'm losing well before then anyway. What I could do is I can just attack into the fusion. Please allow this. Come on. Like, really, you don't have to be like this. Maybe I can get 1 more activation just in case I need that of a spell. There. Oh, I do have a... Oh, yeah, I have the Pandemonium. I forgot it's any Prank Kids card. Okay, so maybe I can actually go into something. What is this one? Oh, it has to target. Okay, cool. Here we go. This isn't bad. Now I can get the Fansies effect. I forgot about this. I'd probably send the plan since I already did the... Since I already have a Pandemonium engraved. Yeah, I'll send this. I'll put this one engraved. Oh. Oh wait, I already have a pranks anyway. Oh well, I can put the place engraved. Okay, here we go. Now I can get some of my plays started. Okay, here we go. I already activated the place though. It doesn't matter though. I can still like use the pranks. So yeah, I'm gonna go for this still. I'll do place and pandemonium. And then place will get me the second prank kids for polymerization. And it'll also help me to chain block a little bit more too. I may actually make a comeback still. I thought I was out of it. I don't want to do pandemonium though. I'd rather do the one that's not a quick effect. And this will also give me 2 special summons. Will also give me Rocket Ride to get 2 more special summons. Ooh, I could even go into a unicorn if I wanted to. Unicorn's not bad. But it does target, so actually it kinda is. Yeah. My opponent can negate the unicorn. That's actually kinda bad. But the Bow Butler doesn't target. I'll activate this. I might as well activate the Rocky Ride too to chain block everything. Okay, there's a Rocket Ride. And I have yet to activate the Roxys, so I'll special summon that. Oh. Oh yeah, they negated the Lampsies with call by, but that's fine. Asa. Can Asa target anything? The Max C technically, but that's not worth it. Okay, I think I better just special summon 2 back here now. Okay, so what I can do, I'll special summon this back. Ooh, and then I can grab the Bow Butler. I wonder if it's worth it. Okay, fine, you're adding all that. That's fine. Yeah, this just can negate it. But it is some pretty strict negates. Doesn't have to discard in order to negate though. Cool. Now I can go into area technically, but I don't think so. And then if I try going into the unicorn, they can just negate it. That's a little unfortunate. Could always save the destruction for next turn. Maybe I will. There's a Bow Wow Bach though. That seems good. Bow Wow Bach. Yeah. Okay, and then I can use this one. It really doesn't matter which one of these 2 I use, so I'll just use this one. And I can at least destroy the Magician Souls. So I'll go ahead and activate this. And then this. To chain block. Not that it really matters that I'm dropping the attack a little bit. And then I can special summon one. Yeah, and then even if I bring out the Dodo at that point, it won't have enough attack. Unfortunately. But that's okay. I'm gonna special summon the... Oh, hey, Rudy Presci. Oh, you're a new face. Thanks for, dropping by. Okay, I'm gonna go for the dropsies here. And then I'll go ahead and set the plan. The Pandemonium. And I'll battle, and I'll set the other stuff later. Okay, so now I can get rid of the souls and get rid of the other guy with Butler. Okay, so here's the set of the call by. Oh yeah, and I decided I'm not gonna pick up a Lacana deck from my comic store either, because I can pick it up for cheaper. I know a guy who will probably be able to get me one for even cheaper anyway, so I'm gonna do these three. Here we go. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do it right away. Do these. This one, the Maxi Astro. Which one is? You mean Astrograph Sorcerer, or is are you talking about an archetype? So I'll target these two. I don't know if I can chain block the plan at this point. Chain block with the plan. Target a card on the field to destroy it. Well, at least I can still go into the one of the lesser fusions. Oh, or yeah, just destroy the Pandemonium. That makes sense too. That stinks. Man, whatever. That's fine. Or if you're talking about a game, there's a few of the games I like to play too. I play I'm playing a few games on Game Pass. I'm playing Celeste, and then a little bit of Ravenlock for the achievement of the day that I need. Okay, so yeah, I'll go into auto. Might still be able to win though. At least now my opponent can't just destroy these by card effect. With the Steam, yeah. I tried out Steam a little bit, but I don't really have a... I kind of don't like that the Duel Links is only available for Windows. But I don't really care too much about like PC games anyway. I'm more of a console gamer myself. Not that there's anything bad about playing on PC. Yeah, I might as well just... That's fine, because I can still go into a few Link plays. I should be able to go into the Bow Butler now. But it shouldn't matter, since I should be able to decrease its attack enough. Yeah. So with the Bow Butler, I think that's the one that decreases. I forget which is the one that decreases. But I need the Bow Butler anyway to destroy it. So I'll just chain block all of my monsters with the place. Okay, I can add another thing. Oh, I could add another place. Or my opponent can just concede, which is actually the best case scenario, because now all I need to do is lose. So now my plan is just to lose. And then I get this either way. So now I don't feel too bad about it, because now I know that even if I lose, I get that either way. Yeah, but some of the Steam games I tried were, I do have Steam Chat still. I do have a Steam username. So, there is Steam Chat, so, my friend wanted me to try that out, and, yeah, so I can chat a little bit with him. I think he added me by now. But yeah, anyway, some of the Steam games I did try were... Don't think it was a lot, but I think I tried a few card games with it. Pretty much. Oh yeah, but there was an Epic Games free game which I utilized too. I used that to get Pikuniku, which is also available on Game Pass, but I'm not sure if it works on my Game Pass anyway, so it's good that I got it as a free game for the Epic Games. And I played through that all the way. That was pretty fun. Yeah, Pikuniku is a pretty short game, but it's also... It also has its funny moments. And it's not necessarily a bad thing for a game to be short. It helps you get into other games faster. Celeste is actually kind of a long game for only being 1 gigabyte. Only taking up 1 gigabyte of data. Which is kind of cool how like you can like have a game that doesn't take up a lot of data, but it still is a pretty good lengthy game. Okay. What does this one negate? Does this one not negate anything? I guess not. I might as well do the hoppies then. At least that gets rid of one of their cards. I don't think this one does much anyway, either. Actually, maybe I should show them that I don't care about winning. What would this be? So, 25, 54. They just need one more summon. Yeah, you know what? I no longer care about winning. I'm just gonna normal summon this. Battle. Attack into this. Show them that I don't care. And then maybe they'll just take the game. Just go. Just beat me, come on. I just need one loss anyway. Might as well. Might as well do it like this just to finish it off as quickly as possible. Hopefully my opponent doesn't make too many moves before. But they may just be adding a little bit of extra attack so that they can beat me. And if so, that's fine. Just need a little bit more extra attack. I tried doing as much damage to myself as possible. There's a Banish to draw. Of course I shouldn't stop any of this because I'm hoping they get another monster on the field. They need a little bit extra damage anyway. Yeah, just go ahead. I might as well just turn this off because I really don't care. Because it's not like there's any bonus for me getting an extra win. I just need to not concede. Because unfortunately, for whatever reason, I guess people would abuse it if you could concede for 50 medals, so I guess that makes sense. It just stinks that you can't concede after getting missions. Like, I feel like if you get missions done, conceding should allow you to keep the progress for your missions, I feel. I don't see anything wrong with that. If they're not going to allow us to do missions through the duel rooms, then I think that's the next best thing. But whatever. I never heard of Astro. That sounds like a space game. Which I'm going to try to get into Among Us with one of my friends at some point, but I don't know when that'll be, because he's also kind of busy. Yeah, I don't really like the space games that like have you like that are more just like space simulators. Like Among Us is kind of different because, oh yeah, there we go, that's a little bit. Why did they not attack with the IP? Come on, are you trying to? I don't get it. I don't get. I think they're just trying to I think they're doing this on purpose, because I don't think they couldn't attack with it. Whatever. Normal summon, Ash Blossom, then go into battle. Probably. Oh, they didn't do the IP thing? Why can't I attack? Does one of them keep us from attacking? I don't get why I can't attack. Does anyone know which one keeps us from attacking? Oh, they couldn't attack with it because it wasn't a level 5 or higher. Whatever. It's fine. Here. But I am showing them that I just don't care. So maybe they'll just go straight into battle phase. Come on. Just go straight into battle phase. You know you want to. Okay, good. Thank you. Another person who's willing to go along with my plan. Thank you. I know some people are sort of annoying, but I'm glad this guy wasn't. I really do respect you, forget what their name was. Oh. I'll show off the other, prank kids. This is a bit of a different look at how you could play prank kids. I think it was, this one? Yeah. This one. So this is a bit of a different look. At Prank Kids. So this guy is actually playing the Povzires. There's Sci-Frame Gear Gamma. Playing a lot less Prank Kids though, which I'm not sure if that's the best way to do it. You might want to try to maximize all the Prank Kids, just so you can like make sure you can like go into your starting plays right away. 1-for-1 though isn't a bad one, since that also gets you to Prank Kids. I don't have a 1-for-1 anyway, but that's probably not a bad card to put in as well. Since you really want to get into your Prank Kids, 1-for-1 can basically just act as another Prank Kids. However, you do need a monster in hand in order to activate it. Which, I mean, I guess if you're training that, you might have to trade off one of your hand traps for Prank Kids, but it could still be worth it if you don't have any other way to get your Prank Kids play started. Thunder Dragon Fusion, this can act as another fusion. Way to fusion. Though still, it's only for Battle Butler, which I think's actually this is not bad, because this is a way to get back some of your banished cards. That could be pretty nice as well. And then there's a talent place. Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, this guy's playing 2 Battle Butlers. Oh, they actually have a royal finish. That's cool. Yeah, another person just running 1 rocket wide though. Yeah, see, there's a Ripper on Roaster though. This one is probably worth putting in. I just didn't want to craft it. But this is another way to get rid of back row. And the cool thing about this one is it only gets rid of your opponent's back row. And doesn't get rid of yours. Oh yeah, this is the one that I was talking about here. Allowing you to get a fire. Also could destroy your opponent's stuff as well. Amphibious swarm ship. I don't know if you really need this, but like it is nice with that graveyard effect, I guess. I don't think I had that one either. And another guy playing Hida. I just decided to put in a little bit more of the trauma since I didn't have some of these other monsters. Some of these other links and stuff. I don't think you really need to play 2 Bad Brothers. I think 1 is fine. Anyway, so there's that. Looks like I got most of the missions done. I got all the Theme Chronicle missions done already. I also got the Theme Chronicle all the way done, so that's good. Yeah, it looks like I still have 1 more. 2 more, missions. Why didn't my... Oh, I guess it doesn't trigger with a scenario. I guess you actually need to play the duels in order to get it to trigger. Or the Prax also has it trigger. I guess that makes sense, since I think you can skip the scenario if you really wanted to. But you can't skip the duels. It could just make it so that if you skip the scenario, it doesn't count. Yeah, see, I got all of them. Got exactly 22,000. Nice. Yeah, so now what I'll do is I'll go through the verse, and I'll also go through the compare and contrast for the next Goosebumps, which the next Goosebumps is Ghost Next Door, the Ghost Next Door. So once again, the verse read, "And the Lord came and stood, calling as at other times, Samuel, Samuel. And Samuel said, Speak, for your servant hears." 1 Samuel 3:10. So, when was this taking place? I forget when this was taking place. Samuel said. But anyway, I guess it's not that important where this was taking place. It's more just to show that, like, a good follower, it's good to say it where you're saying it like your servant is listening. To remember, like, basically that Jesus is the ultimate one in charge. So that might be a good way to, like, help yourself remember that. You could just simply say, "Speak, for I am listening." Like, if you don't really, like, that's another way you could say it, but, like, sometimes it's good to help remember, to help remind yourself of that. Like, it's kind of like army talk. Like, they could simply, like, say something without saying "sir" at first, but, like, the "sir" is there so that, like, to help the to help the army man remember that they're the general, they're the one in charge of them. So sometimes it's good to give respect. So just like it, mostly just to, like, also it's nice maybe to have the other person to understand that you realize that as well, but also because like it's good because maybe like that this will get you to, like, remember who's in charge, so like you can maybe try a little bit hard not to sin too, and maybe, like, try a little bit harder for following whatever Jesus wants you to do. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it. If you want to give your thoughts, you can feel free. I'm gonna go over the Goosebumps. But you can feel free to give your thoughts during the Goosebumps, and I can just read out whatever comments people have to say afterwards. I can also mess around a little bit more in Theme Chronicle if you really want. Since it's not 2 hours yet, I'm okay with taking this to 2 hours if needed. But if not, I can just pretty much end after the verse and then the pack opening, which I'll probably just do more legacy packs. But once I get to 100 subscribers, I can do a more of a special stream, maybe more of a special pack opening if there's, like, a good one in the shop. Anyway, but I haven't really seen very many good ones just yet that I would be interested in opening that could help out my Sprite game. The live twins were nice though. I was really glad that I actually decided to get into live twins because we met the goal of 75 subscribers. Anyway, so about the Ghost Next Door, the differences between the book. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm into the One Day at Horrorland now, which is pretty fun. Like, it's pretty fun. I think like this is probably one of the more fun books I'm reading because it's pretty fun to imagine like if there was actually a Horrorland amusement park. I think it could work. Like if they made it so that they weren't the rides weren't actually out to kill you, if it only seemed that way. That could be kind of interesting. But anyway, for the Ghost Next Door, so some of the differences were, they didn't really show, I don't think they showed, they did kind of show the two boys to be acting as jerks, but I think they went a lot farther in the book with having you really think, oh yeah, these boys are definitely bad influences in the books, because they did a lot more harm in the books. And even with the house, like, it seemed like they deliberately set the house on fire, but in the book, in the TV adaptation, I think it makes sense, but like in the TV adaptation, it was an accident. But yeah, they were definitely a lot like more severe bad influences, like menaces in the book, which I think really like drove home the fact that I shouldn't have been friends with them, like, because that was basically one of the key storylines anyway. So maybe it's better that they acted even more cruel in the book, like by like stealing ice cream. Even like they didn't show that in the TV adaptation, like they were breaking some laws, like, and the only time they really broke a law was a fire, but that wasn't really that was an accident, so that was, I mean, still bad, but I mean a little more forgivable, I guess. Like the stink bomb thing, I don't know if that would have really been a crime or anything if it wouldn't have been a fire. I mean, it still probably kind of was, but still, like, the fire is definitely a lot worse. But anyway, another difference, is there any other big differences? Oh, they didn't show the family until the very end, which I guess didn't really matter too much, but you didn't really get to see a lot of the character developments for the rest of the family. I guess there's that, but I don't think that really mattered too much. Some people may be into that though. But which one but the similarities, I mean, she was still trying to save his life at the very end, so that was a similarity. Kind of a, I mean, I think they still basically kept the ending the same too, like, with her, like, going home to her family. But yeah, but overall, I think I don't know, like, I think it's kind of cool, like, to like have like two different looks at the boys, like the two friends like being not as bad in the book, being more just like kind of just slightly bad influences versus really bad influences in the book. I think it's kind of cool, like going two different routes like that. I think that's totally fine. So I don't know. I think they both offered a little bit of their own twists on things. I think they were both pretty good, the book and the TV show. I think I'm gonna just give it to both. Like, I thought they were both pretty good in their own right this time. I don't think they missed too many of the key details. And another thing that I liked about the TV adaptation is like the side is like the side story of when of how the other ghost was trying to sidetrack her from an ultimate quest of having to save what was his name, Andy? Was that his name? Trying to save Andy at the very end by like having her pull pranks. That was a nice twist as well, sort of. Well, maybe not like twist, but like that was nice, different like difference as well, I think. Yeah, so she would like, and then he would like, and then his like his thing was that like he was trying to teach her to be a ghost, but really he was just trying to like get away from Andy in a way. So I thought that was pretty good too. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to both because they were both pretty special in their own ways. So I'm just gonna give it to both this time. I don't think either one really like told a necessarily better story than the other. I guess it's more depend on like how bad of an influence you want the boys to be. But I kind of like the side plots as well in the TV adaptation. So anyway, if anyone wants to give their thoughts on the on either the Goosebumps TV show, TV adaptation, or book for Ghost Next Door, you can feel free. If you also want to give your thoughts on any of the other ones that were before Ghost Next Door, you can still feel free. If you simply look up lists of Goosebumps books, you can see the other ones I covered before. I'm just going through them in order of like oldest Goosebumps book to newest, and I'm not gonna stop until I get through all of them, that will also include the ones that were released in 2016, which I'm not sure if there's actually a TV adaptation for that, so maybe I can just do those a little bit differently, just say my review of the book or something, but we'll get there when we get there. But anyway, and those and once I get to those anyway, like those might start being on Twitch, because I might just go to Twitch for my later videos after I get through the solo mode, or I could still maybe do a few Master Duel content whenever there's like another event or something. I don't know though. I might just stick to Twitch. Maybe I could even do some of that kind of Master Duel content once I'm done with solo mode. Though I might go back to solo mode when there's more gates. Maybe do those others, because the solo mode is actually pretty fun. But I'll have to decide what I want to do there when we get to that. I'm still not done with the solo mode gate yet though, so it's still gonna be a bit of time. Maybe like one part for each gate with my deck duels, since that's what I'm into. That may be good. And so the next part will just be my deck duels for one of the gates, and then I can move on to a different one for the next part after that. Anyway, let's get into the packs. I actually do have quite a bit of gems here, so maybe I could just open up, because I am kind of interested in the 6 Samurai deck, and maybe so I have more of a maybe to prepare myself for that. Maybe I should open a few packs for this, because the 6 Samurai deck is kind of interesting anyway for the looping. And I think I barely have any of the cards. Yeah, I only have one Kaizen. So yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I'll open a few of these here. And then this could be my pack opening. Oh wow, I got 3 Shiens. And I got 1 Gateway, which all I really needed was 1 anyway. I got another Rocket Ride, so that would have actually been good had I still been doing the Theme Chronicle. Because another Rocket Ride isn't too bad, but it's fine. The right hand is nice. See, I pretty much need any of these cards. Great Shogun Shien, I can make one of those work. And there's an Nishi, I already had that. How many Kaigekis do I have? Yeah, I only need 1 Inishi, so this one probably doesn't matter as much. But yeah, getting a bunch of the Shiens. I mean, I could make 3 work if I really wanted to. Gateway of the 6. Right hand, definitely wanted that too. Only need 1 Gateway anyway. Yeah, Shien Smoke Signal. That may not be a bad card either. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing that or not. And then a few random cards as well. Ooh, I got a Hollow Kizaru. That could be nice. I might play that. I'm probably going to play a few Asceticisms too, but that's only a rare. It's not too bad. Not too hard to craft anyway. And there's a few other cards. I do have a few ideas for what I could mix 6... Well, do I have a few ideas for him? I don't know if I have ideas for I can mix 6 Samurai's 5th just yet, but I'll try to pick ones that haven't already been showcased. So maybe not like the Amazoness, since I kind of showed off that with that one replay by New Blitz. I'll try to do some of my own ideas. So not showcasing the ones that were shown off in solo mode, not even by my opponent. But there's plenty of different ways I'm sure you can play the 6 Samurais. Here, I want to open up a few more packs and okay. Ooh, and I got a Hollow Gold Sarcophagus. This can actually be pretty nice if I want to get into the Metafish, show off that a little bit. And then I got a Zanji, which could be good. Excalibur could come in handy. Actually, Excalibur could come in handy since the 6 Samurais are also warriors. And I do have quite a few level 4 warriors. I got a Bao Shogun, which is nice. Hollow Prima Donna. Not really gonna be playing that in the 6 Samurai deck though. Yeah, I didn't unlock any of the Genex Ally stuff either. Actually, I might need the Heroic Champions too, a few of them, but I don't know if I'm going to go as hard on. I just really like how the looping potential of the 6 Samurai, so I think I'm a little more okay with trying to get a few of the 6 Samurais. Also, I know New Blitz is into it, and since he showed up twice, I kind of want to help give back, and as kind of a thank you to New Blitz showing up for the whole stream, especially like in the last stream. There we go. There's a few Grandmasters. I could always run a few extra Grandmasters to make up for my little bit lack of the Kizan. I got a hollow of that. I don't think I have any hollows of the other 6 samurai exec monsters though. Got a few insectors. Got another Kizaru, but of course that's pretty easy to get anyway. Maybe I should see what I have now. Should I try doing it one more time? Maybe I should see how many gems I have if I emptied the gems extra stock yet. I feel like I should probably try getting a few more of the Kaizans. Maybe just 10 more packs. Maybe just one more package of 10, and then I'll stop. That was a good one. There's my 2 more Kaizen, and I got another 6 Samurai United. Okay, yeah, that was a good one. I think I'm stopping here. I can probably make 2 6 Samurai United work. I mean, especially in solo mode. Especially for solo mode. Ooh, I even got a hollow Amazoness Augusta. A little bit of a call out to Nooblitz there. Wish I could gift him this because I'm probably not going to use it, but unfortunately I can't. Or gift. Do you say what your pronoun is on your channel, Nooblitz? I don't know. I forget. I guess I can check. Anything about your name? Pronouns? Anything like that? No? Well, hopefully I said the right pronoun. I don't know. I didn't want to assume anything. But anyway, there you go, another United. I'm pretty much good. So now this is looking a lot better. I probably only really need 1 Battle Shogun anyway. I'm okay with that. Grandmaster, got 2 Grandmasters. I only have 2 United. Do you want to say what your preferred pronoun is, Nooblitz? Because I didn't catch it from your channel. But like, it's fine if you don't. That's cool. Thanks for come back. Yeah. So as you can see, I decided to try getting a lot of the 6 Samurai deck so I could like build a more cohesive 6 Samurai deck for the solo mode when I do the my deck battles. Since I kind of like the loopy nature of this 6 Samurai. But I think that this looks pretty good now. The only thing I was kind of hoping for was also 3 United, but I'm okay with only 2. I could probably just play a few of the parts to make up for it. Maybe. Okay. Or I could always just craft another one. There's also that, but I don't know if I will. I mean, I might, since I like the 6 Samurai. Let's see how much of the gift box I can empty here. I still have quite a bit. Yeah, 18. And the next one expires on February 19th, which is a pretty good while from now. Yeah. Okay, I think that's gonna pretty much do it for today's episode. I want to thank you all for coming who did come. Whatever parts you stayed for, thank you so much for still being a loyal audience, or at least checking out my channel. Once again, feel free to subscribe if you want to, or at the very least like and share and comment, so that it can reach other people who might like my videos. And if you like, you could also let your friends know that I also have a Twitch channel as well, which I do, which at least at the moment I'm doing more non-master content there. And I also have like a voting tab at the front, for which if you want to see a specific game, you can also message me too. But try to vote for one of the ones I mentioned. And I'll also probably, I don't know if I'll probably put in the description as well. I could probably put in the description as well, along with the, yeah, just, that seems fine. So yeah, but hope you all enjoyed, and I hope a lot of you can make it to my next either Twitch stream or my next Master Duel Let's Play. I'll finally be starting to go into my deck battles, and I'll have to see if I actually want to open up for more cards for some of the other gates, but I don't know. I'll see how maybe if there's some way I can make it work without all the best cards though, as well. Because it's only playing against AI, it shouldn't be too hard. Bye everyone.